Hi, my name is Bimpe and I love listening to people's stories. Thanks to everyone who has watched my previous episode. Today I'm going to be speaking to someone I've admired for many years. She's a medical doctor and a general practitioner in the UK. Let's jump right into it. Please welcome Elena Pierlock. Elena!
Hi, Bimpe.
Good to see you.
Lovely to see you.
Thank you for agreeing to the video.
Absolutely, a pleasure.
So as I always do you remember the first time you saw me?
I do actually, yes. It was in our training practice. It was the first time I think I came back from maternity leave.
Right.
I was in my trainer's room and you were going on a visit. You were looking very glam, going to see a patient at home. So yes, I do remember.
Okay, that's nice. I think I beat you to it, Elena, because the first time we saw was at a course.
Could be.
I think it was something by NB Medical Education.
You're right. You're right. Yes.
Yes. So the trainer had said to me, "Oh, we've got somebody on maternity leave who is coming back, and she's very lovely." So, and then I was at that course, and then you just walked up to me and you were like, "Hi, my name is Alina. Are you Bimpe?" And I said, "Oh yes, I'm Bimpe." And I was just thinking that very few people will just walk up to you and introduce themselves when they've never met you. So that was one of the things that really touched my heart. Elena, I must say about you, how are you so lovely? How are you so nice?
Oh, I should say the same thing about you, Bimpe.
I think you're probably the nicest GP that I know. You are so nice, like, oh goodness me. So I'll try to emulate you. Anyway, thanks again. Let's jump right into it.
Absolutely.
So what's your native country?
I'm from Romania.
All right.
Yes.
And when did you move to the UK?
Almost 10 years ago.
Wow.
Yes.
Interesting. How has it been?
It's been good. Yes, absolutely. I think it was the right decision for us.
Great.
I came with my husband after finishing medical school, and we just wanted to start fresh.
Right. So was medical school in Romania then?
That's right. Yes.
Oh, nice. Good. So did you just start work here? Were there exams you had to pass or exams you had to write or something before you could start practicing here?
So, because Romania is a European Union country, we didn't have, I know PLAB test, you had to do that, but we didn't have that. We only had to do the academic English test. And you had to have at least 7.5 overall mark. So it was a bit of a challenge, but I did manage to succeed on that.
Good. So is that the IELTS?
That's right, yes.
All right. So did you write that here or back in Romania?
In here, yes.
Okay. Good. So you didn't write PLAB 1 or PLAB 2?
No, we didn't have to do that.
So EU EU trained doctors don't need to write PLAB?
No.
Oh, interesting. Nice. Okay. So how has it been living here? What's your experience?
It's been amazing. I mean, loads of opportunities.
Yeah.
Yes, from training being absolutely great and working with extraordinary people. So it's been a great journey. Absolutely.
Good. Okay. So one thing that's crossed my mind is you said you came 10 years ago.
That's right. Yes.
If you were to rewind back to 10 years, considering what you know now, would you still come to the UK?
Definitely, most definitely, yes. I mean, the amount you learn here, the amount of, the new culture, new everything, it just keeps you up to date with knowledge, in your profession, in your career, in your personal life. So absolutely, yes.
Interesting. Okay. Any plans to go back home?
I'm not sure. It depends. It depends on this pandemic. Obviously, made lots of people think about home more.
Right.
We'll see. We'll need to make a decision.
Good. Okay. So you mentioned about training, a lot of things you've learned here. In medicine as well, you've gained a lot of knowledge. Having trained in the UK. Are there challenges you faced, being in the UK, professional wise, that you don't mind sharing with us?
Yes, I guess just the sort of professional stress, obviously training, being English not my first language, you have to you have to work harder.
Yeah.
Learning all the different dialects because we're in Scotland.
Oh, tell me about it.
And I guess if you work hard, you're ambitious, you make it anywhere in the world. And yes, I don't know any kind of particular ones, but overall, everyone has up and downs.
Yes. And with you mentioned the dialect. I think one of the things that help like GPs, doctors, is the fact that you don't have a choice. You have to hear what the patient is saying. So you're going to do your best. Like, sorry, I didn't get that, because you have to make a decision. So that helps us build, on hearing them and getting the language and things. Is there one thing you would like to change in the UK if you had the power?
For most definitely the weather.
True. Oh goodness me. Yes. So is the weather different here from Romania?
Yes. In Romania we have 4 seasons.
Right.
Whereas here, almost 2.
It's either very cold or fairly cold.
That's true.
The weather. Okay.
Yes.
Right.
Other than that, I mean, there's so many possibilities here. You just have to look for them. Nothing specific, I guess.
That you find maybe putting you off or things like that in here?
No.
Okay. And how about back home? Is there anything you would change about Romania? Because we don't know about Romania. I've never been there. How is it like?
Yes, it's a lovely country in the East Europe. We have everything, kind of, from mountains to the Black Sea. The sort of visiting, the sightseeing are a really, really nice country to be there. I would certainly change the corruption. It's still a developing country, but it still has a bit of work from changing the system and less corruption, hopefully.
Okay, so is that more with like general population or more leaders, politicians, or just all together?
Yeah, I guess it all comes from the politicians, and then it's quite difficult obviously to change things, but I can certainly say in the last 10 years there is a huge improvement, so hopefully it goes into the right direction.
Okay, good. That's very good. So there are a lot of people who might be watching this and are wanting to maybe go into GP training or study medicine. Is there anything you would like to advise them? Are there any attributes that you think have helped you become a GP in a foreign land that they can also imbibe that will help them?
I guess for everyone, if you like being a doctor, if you want to help people, if you like the knowledge, if you want to maybe go into research or, so many possibilities in medicine, then certainly go ahead and do medical school and all the training. GP is an amazing career. It gives you so many opportunities. You can do a special interest from anything. You can do just normal routine surgeries. You can, specialize more into IT, or now more remote working, or the digital part of the GP. So much opportunities, and it's for everyone. No matter what personality you have, I'm sure you can find an area you do enjoy working.
And what do you enjoy most about being a GP?
Having that contact with the patient, even if it's from telephone, video, or face-to-face appointment. It's that kind of intimacy and trust between you and the patient, and being able to offer them the best care for them, because obviously everyone's different, and you decide, discuss options and decide together what is the best thing to go forward with.
So you've been a GP now for
almost 2 years, fully qualified.
Almost 2 years. And Elena, honestly, I trained with you and you never got one complaint. And even till now, you haven't had a complaint. You are so lovely. How do you do it?
I guess I've been mentioned in a few complaints, but that's not the ultimate goal being a GP. It's obviously listening to your patient and trying to understand, because 10 minutes is a small amount of time to know what they're going through.
That's true.
And sometimes I guess I give them that a bit of extra, and that maybe helps me to give them the best management plan. But a complaint is not a bad thing if someone has that, because it's a learning point, and everyone is learning every day.
Good. So you don't tell yourself, I've got 10 minutes with this patient, I need to get out at 10 minutes. If you think this patient needs extra time, which we all do, you just give them that extra time. And I like what you said about the fact that 10 minutes is quite short to know what a patient is going through, because a lot of times the problem is stemming from what's beyond what they're telling you. So it takes a lot of psychology and things, and I guess that listening aspect is the beautiful part about you. General practice in general, you enjoy it, you love the contact with the patients, you've learned a lot working in the UK. Since you qualified, if you were to change anything about being a GP, the work, the job, the opportunities, the exposure, what would you change?
Obviously, being a GP is not easy. It does involve a lot of stress, and it does need resilience. So you do have to have a work-life balance. And at times, obviously, when it is very stressful, it's sometimes difficult to think about yourself and your own health. So that obviously has to be a priority as well. The thing I would probably change, obviously, everyone wants less admin, and more doing more medical and patient, obviously, but. It's part of the job, and everyone does get used to that.
Yeah. So you mentioned about obviously general practice can be stressful. Are there tweaks you can put into your working pattern or kind of job, even as a GP, that may help the work-life balance a bit better?
Absolutely, yes. So as a GP, you have a few different opportunities. You can, if you need a bit more work balance, you can become a GP locum, and you have that flexibility. So a locum, you just do shifts, at a practice, a day, or you can be a long-term locum, for months, or depending what you prefer. as a GP partner, you have obviously a lot of control on the business side. You have to do, extra on the management side of things, and that involves extra work. You could be a salaried GP. So you work for a practice, you're salaried, you have your annual leave, your sick leave if needed. So that works well for some GPs. You can be an out-of-hour GP, so that's quite a good one as well, especially if you have, very young children, or you can do just evenings, for example. It's very flexible, and it's just knowing all these things and choosing what's right for you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, so I'm a medical doctor in Romania. I've just finished medical school, and I've watched this video, and I just want to come to UK and I want to become a GP. What do you advise? Career steps to take, websites to look at or something, and maybe attributes that might help me?
Of course, yes. Do come to the UK if that's what you really want. You would really need to look at the GMC website, so that is the General Medical Council. So it's just like the sort of Romanian College of Physicians sort of equivalent. You have to get your diploma, obviously, from the GMC here. So that can take a few months depending on the admin time. When I came here, I needed to go there personally, like an interview. I'm not sure if that has changed much now. There are loads of other, websites with forums of, European or other foreign doctors coming to the UK. So have a look at that. There's the Royal College of Physicians, Royal College of General Practitioners. If you need to do the foundation training here, then obviously applying through that, maybe getting like a clinical attachment, or getting like a locum post as a foundation, or it used to be called junior doctor here, to get to know the system, to see how things work here, and then getting into GP training, which is for 3 years, and it's a really good training, and then you have loads of opportunities, as I mentioned earlier.
Thank you so much, Alina.
Thank you.
The nicest GPs in town. If you're looking for a GP, find Alina. Here, look.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you once again for watching this video. Remember to subscribe and like. Put your comments down below. If you have any questions as well, please put it down below, and we'll try to do something to answer your questions. Thank you. Bye.